Yeah, if you don't have some game, you're not going to have game here. But but don't get the impression that, okay, I got to go to the gym and I've got to have a six pack and I've got to have all this. That's not true either. And if I've given that impression, that's wrong. Just be active. Just be active and dress casually nice. One thing is, a Ukrainian woman is always running a little bit late, but they take care of everything in the house, has to be taken care of, and they want to look nice because they want their husband to be proud of them. My wife doesn't have a big closet full of clothes like an American woman. She has a space in the closet, and everything is very, very nice clothes. She has nice things, but she doesn't have a lot. But she wears everything that she has. She's very frugal with these things. Ukrainian women don't waste money. When she buys an outfit, she says, "Oh, honey, I bought this outfit for this event we're going to, but I can wear this costume to work." She calls them costumes. Yeah, I can wear this costume to work. I'm like, okay. And she has a few pairs of shoes that fit everything. And so as a man, I have casual, nice clothes and just a few things. And then when we go someplace, I put them on because she wants to be proud of her husband. You don't have to overdress or things like that, but a Ukrainian woman wants to look nice and she wants her husband to look nice. So, if she comes down in high heels in a dress and then she's going to wear this stuff, just don't show up for a date with a Ukrainian girl in like workout shorts, a t-shirt and running shoes, and be such a contrast, because she's not going to respect that. She wants you to put on a pair of dress shoes, a pair of dress pants, put on a belt, tuck your shirt in, and have a collar on the shirt.
Yeah.
And
it's really not that difficult. It's not like you have to dress up like a male model.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Just respect the fact that she, in her culture, they want to look nice or have their hair done wherever they go, and they want their husband to comb his hair and put these things on. And you see sometimes in the videos, I've watched, like documentary videos, these guys come and, they're like t-shirts and blue jeans and running shoes. And the girl they're with is in high heels, a mini skirt, a nice top, sunglasses on the end of the nose, looking like a model, and it's a bad contrast.
Randy, what is it? If you compare Kharkiv to what it was like 6 years ago when you first came, 2013, and now, do you feel any difference? Is the city changing?
It's funny, we're walking right past the spot where first time I saw my wife.
Oh my God, it's true!
Right
it's
here.
True.
It was right here at this restaurant.
It's a complete coincidence, guys. We're just walking here. Yeah, Sophia is gonna love this.
Michael and I were gonna make a joke. We were going to have this old man go up and say that he was me and say that he lied about his pictures because he just wanted her to love him for who he was. We made this joke. We never did. Kharkiv is one of my favorite cities. I've been all over the world and people ask me what my favorite city is, and it always comes back to Kharkiv. I love it here. There's so many good restaurants. The sites are beautiful. It's European. And the difference is that Kharkiv is just growing. I've noticed that, that Kharkiv is growing. There's so much new construction and things are being updated so quickly, I like Kharkiv, I really do. I'm actually on vacation. I'm motorcycling across Europe, just having fun on vacation for 2 months. And I got to Poland and I was like, I'm not really feeling this so much. I'm going to get on a plane and fly to Kharkiv and see Michael and see some of the
Yeah, I'm very glad. I'm very happy you did that. Randy, many guys, not many guys, but some guys, we're walking this way.
Yeah.
They're wondering about the safety situation in Ukraine. A couple of years ago, of course, because of what was happening in the east of Ukraine, there were legitimate concerns about the Donetsk area and Lugansk area. How do you feel about your safety, and how do you feel generally? Because you have extended experience in the area of security. Yeah. So how do you feel here?
If you get in trouble in Kharkiv, it's because you went looking for trouble. That's the thing. Any big city there's trouble to be found, but you're not going to find it here. You know, you're not going to find it in this area. You're not going to find it in your apartment. You're not going to find it on a date with your girlfriend or a girl you meet. If you get in trouble in Kharkiv, it's like just like Detroit. It's because you went somewhere in Detroit you weren't supposed to be. It's perfectly safe. People keep to themselves. You know, nobody's going to bother you. And if you have trouble, you know, people are kind of standoffish here. So you're going to have to be a little more forward if you need help. And you'll find someone that can speak English or will point you in the right direction. Another good thing is just Google Translate, you know, English to Russian. Just type it in and go to one of these little kiosks or something here and just hold it up and somebody will point, or they'll take your phone and they'll punch it in Russian and translate it in English for you. It's not a big deal.
Guys, I'm going to reveal a little secret. We are now walking to meet a guy. His name is Heinrich. He's originally from South Africa, and it's a very interesting story because Heinrich, before deciding to use our services, he contacted Randy and spoke with him, and I think with Sophia too.
Yeah,
and
we did.
He spoke with Randy's wife too, just to find out what's it like, you know, and he wanted to speak with somebody who used our services before. And Heinrich has been living here in Kharkiv for a couple of years now. He is married to the girl he came to visit, I think it was 3 years ago or 4 years ago, I don't know. It's been...
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was like he first came 3 years ago, it seems to me. And they have been married for 2 years, and you can look up their wedding pictures on our website. And so we are now going to meet Heinrich, and hopefully I'll be able to record some video as well.
The reason why Sophia and I wanted to do this is because people worry about scams, and that's a legitimate concern. I did a lot of research before I chose Mordinson, and I wasn't even sure that it was going to work. It was something I was interested in, and I took a shot at it, and it's hurtful. It's hurtful to think that you are working towards something great only to find out that it was all fake and you've been scammed. That must be a horrible, horrible feeling.
Of course.
For a man to think, you know, I'm going to meet this woman and I have the possibility of love and happiness that I've sought and the type that I want, and get there to only find out that his money is taken, and then have to go home with the embarrassment and the I told you so's from people around him. It's just a horrible thing. So what Sophia and I wanted to do was, as we gave out our email, allowed Michael to put our email, if anybody wanted to talk to us, they could Skype with us and we would answer questions for them. You know, what was it like moving? You know, what was their experience like? How did we like Kharkiv? You know, just things like that. And it was really made us feel good to be helpful, because like I said,
thank you very much for
this. It wasn't really we were doing it for Mordinson, so it wasn't really doing it for ourselves so much as we were doing it for someone that we wanted them to make the right choice, you know. And we just feel that Mordinson was the right choice because we met through this agency. We got married not long after. We've been together now. We just celebrated our 5th wedding anniversary, and excuse me, I just was Skyping with my wife, and you know, I can see in her that little girl happiness that she had when we met, and it's amazing. And that, you know, she said, I'll call you in 15 minutes. 45 minutes later, I get the call. This is a Ukrainian girl. I'm like, I said, this is a Ukrainian 15 minutes. I made a joke. She said, oh, but honey, I did my hair. I wanted to look good for you. You know, she always wants to make sure that she calls me her Randy. And she was talking to some of my friends here, and they were laughing when they were telling me about the conversations, because it's like, she always says my Randy. Oh, you know, I worry about my Randy when he's gone, but I know he loves, and I can't wait for my Randy to come home. And so it was really kind of cute the way she does that. But you know, that's what it's like. And you know, if somebody else can experience that, I think that you're going to be very, very happy.
Randy, you mentioned about, you know, the scammers and all this stuff. Did you have experience of dealing with some of it? I mean, you spoke so passionately about it, and I wanted to ask if you have some personal experience. When you met Sofia and you came here, was it your first time in Ukraine?
It was, but you know, and honestly, I don't have any experience with that because I did a lot of research before, and I chose one agency, and I chose one girl to meet, and that's the way it worked for me. But you know, I did my due diligence. But I read story after story. I watched videos, documentaries on these things, and you know, so I knew that these things were out there, and I just saw the way it just devastated people's lives.
Do you see Heinrich?
I do. I've never met him in person, but
Heinrich! Heinrich! He can't hear us.
He waves. I think he sees us. But yeah, I guess no, I don't have any experience with it other than what I've seen on YouTube and television and by reading and things like that. And it's horrible. It's horrible, especially when a guy isn't rich and loses $30,000 sending letters and all these other things to find out, you know, this girl never even existed.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's part of your life you can never get back.
Hey man! Just, we're coming to you. This guy here is Heinrich. Let's go. Hey!
Mr. Hales.
Hey, how are you?
It's great to meet you, finally.
Yeah, it's funny, we've talked to Michael and some of the guys from the gym.
Michael.
Heinrich, I was just saying, you have an amazing story because you are the only guy the only client who moved to Kharkiv to live.
Yeah.
And Randy was asking, I didn't want to tell him the story. Randy was just wondering how it's possible. How did you pull this off?
It's a long story. Yeah. How much time do you have? You want to go and drink coffee?
Sure, man.
Let's go, guys. We'll go drink some coffee.
And I could see that, you know, she had a fantastic rapport with him, and I thought, damn it, I want that. I want exactly that, and that's what made me make the final decision to contact you.
Randy was just saying that the reason why he decided, and Sofia decided to, you know, be open to talking to guys, is that it's so devastating to see somebody coming to Ukraine and getting burned by scammers, because it's, you know, it's for you know, it can be for a person, it can be a life devastating experience. It's not like something you just, you know, get over easily. I mean, can you imagine you open up your feelings, you open up your emotions, and
the financial side as well can be
financially,
be extremely painful. Yeah, I've heard some horror stories of guys spending $50,000-$60,000 over a 3 or 4 year period, and it results in nothing. So no, going the route of Mordinson that's the easiest.
I spent almost nothing really in comparison, and you know, it worked out well.
This is a nice coffee shop over here.
Let's go to a nice coffee shop.
Opened recently, and
Krendel.
down. There's good coffee and a few things to eat.
Let's go do it, guys. Coffee shop to get some
They don't have
coffee. Heinrich and Randy.
Michael, focus. 2016, with the idea that if I come back to Kharkiv in February, around about 2017, I'll propose to her. And I came here, and I was here for a 7-day period. And during that 7 days, she organized for us to go to attend a concert, a classical pop concert. So classical music, but with pop music undertones. In any case, So, and it was, I'll never forget, it was cold and it was a winter's evening. And
This is the first time you came to Kharkiv.
No. This is after a year we've been dating. I want to propose to her to get married.
This is the proposal.
And and it was a beautiful night, and I'll never forget. The snow was everywhere, and Shevchenko Park was it was lit up with lights. It was very romantic. But earlier the evening, when she came to my apartment so that we could go to this concert, she brought me a bag with woolen socks in it, hand knitted socks, and she said, "Here's a gift to you. I know maybe the apartment is cold. If your feet are cold, here's some socks you can wear." I said, "Oh, this is fantastic, thank you." And I put it aside, and we go to the concert, and afterwards we walk through the park, 10 o'clock at night, and I whip out a letter and I read it to her and I propose to her. And she, of course, she says yes, and then she starts laughing. But she laughs and she laughs. I ask her, "What's so funny?" She says, "Well, in Ukraine there's a saying that if you give a man woolen socks, he'll give you a ring." Yes. So she puts on the ring and she goes home, and then the next morning, she's staying with her parents. And the next morning was a Saturday morning, and she gets up late and she does breakfast with her parents. And her mom said, "Oh, how was last night? I saw you went with Heinrich." She said, we went to this concert." She said, "But I saw you have a package with you when you left. What was in it?" She says, "No, I took him some woolen socks." And her mother says, "Oh, that's funny. You know about this saying in Ukraine, if you give a man woolen socks, he'll give you a ring?" She says, "No, he gave me a ring," and she showed. Her parents' eyes were this big. They could not believe it. They were like, "What?" No, everyone was shocked, but it was good.
Heinrich has amazing parents-in-law.
These people are just incredible, and they are so humble, and it's just an incredible story. And then later on, we started looking. A few months later, I came back to visit her again. We were looking for a suit for me for the wedding, and so we went. She took me to a few places, and eventually we found Arber is one of the shops, and we looked at some suits, and there was one suit that I loved, and I put it on, and they put on the pants, and they gave me some shirt to wear, and I said, "Okay, this is cool, I want this." And so I went to the dressing room to undress, and the lady took everything from me, and I was getting dressed back in my jeans and my t-shirt. And when I came out, I said, "Okay, I want to pay. Here's my credit card." And the lady said, "No, this woman already paid." So Julia bought the suit for me.
Hey guys, it's us again. We just said bye to Heinrich, and we stayed in a little coffee shop and chilled a little bit. So thank you very much for watching. Randy, what do you have to say for guys? It's a lot.
Nothing, guys. Just the only thing I would say is if you start running a girl, please just start putting in your mind the fact that you're actually going to come to Kharkiv, because and if you do, just be serious, right? Because these girls are serious too, and it's not fair to woo them with love letters and things like that. And if you never plan on coming to see them, or you plan on coming to see them but you're not serious, I mean, just like I said, my wife and I did a lot to make sure that guys, we wanted to show guys you're not going to get scammed, you don't need a broken heart and all that stuff. These are good girls, and they deserve honesty also. So
100%. 100%. Guys, thanks again for watching. And if you have any questions, just shoot me an email. Bye-bye.
Bye.